Y'all will never know how much it sucked when you are so excited to lay in bed, eat your snacks, and put in your VHS movie, and you have to fucking rewind it. You were
What is up, BVB Army? Welcome back to our channel, BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. I am Ruth.
And I'm Nicole.
How are we doing this lovely Wednesday?
I know. And this is gonna be the last episode for February too.
Oh my God, March, help me. I am not going to survive work.
You got this. March is gonna pass by so fast.
Nicole, any educators out there, you know my pain when it comes to March before spring break. The kids, some of them, especially fourth graders, oh my God, those little rascals are acting up right now. And it's not even the end of February.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I
It's
bet that's a
okay.
handful.
It's okay because once we get to March, if we get all of that, then April comes. And I'm excited for April. So that's what's going to get me through most of the time.
It's just the end of April though.
No,
So you have to get through all of April
I have
technically.
spring break in April. I get to recharge and relax.
That's true.
And then who knows? Because Black Veil Brides might release some goodies before then, before the concerts and tours start. So here's that.
I hope they release some goodies. I'll be so excited if they do.
Hmm. Also, before we start with today's subject, we do know that Black Veil Brides did release a limited edition Heart of Fire merch collection last week. Unfortunately, I was unable to get any. I, I was working.
I had $3 in my account.
I didn't see it at first because I kind of saw like the promos and yeah, I saw the shirts, but I didn't really read the description. And I'm shooting myself in the foot next time I'm going to read because there was a cool pin.
The enamel pin. That's the thing. The enamel pin was super cool. And I really liked the light, like electric blue almost that it had. Or not, I guess it's not
It
electric, but
just
it's like a
reminds me
really
of
pretty
Hades,
blue.
the Hades.
Yeah, it was pretty cool design. It was limited edition. Yeah, 100 pieces each. Your standard shirt, long sleeve, hoodie, and
Hoodie.
then the enamel pin being like the extra little goodie in there.
Yes, I that one I think sold out fast because to be fair, it was probably the cheapest. I think it was like $15. So
It's also an enamel
it's a
pin.
pen, and I'm so mad because I collect pens. I'm like, I have one BB, no, I have a couple BBB pens, but I was like, I need that for my coat, my BBB coat, and I was
I
so mad.
know.
So, for any fans who got any of those pins, the long sleeve shirts, the hoodies, and stuff, hopefully you guys enjoy them and stuff. Lucky ducks, who knows, Nicole? Because BBB tends to do it where they have leftover and put it on discount. So, we might have a chance. Who's to say?
I hope, because I really want that enamel pin. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, out of all of it, I want the enamel pin.
We're in agreement with that. Okay, cool.
Yes.
But, hello, BVB Army. We are back again, and we are super excited to talk about this because I feel like this has been a long time coming to sit down and talk about this. But Black Veil Brides, BVB Army. Today, Nicole and I are going to discuss the one and only, very first and only as of right now, Black Veil Brides concert show DVD Alive and Burning.
Yeah, this has been long overdue to
Long
discuss.
overdue for those of us in the army who are recently new or just do not know. Yes, Black Veil Brides came out with the very first Alive and Burning. This is a concert video that they did in LA, back in their hometown during the Black Mass tour. And here it is. It's amazing. I remember when they first announced this, it was crazy, and put my order in as soon as I could. I was in college years when this was released.
Well, that's the thing is I never expected a live DVD, a live, sorry, let me rephrase that, a live concert DVD from Black Veil Brides. And what's really fascinating about it is not a lot of bands get the opportunity to do stuff like
Okay,
that.
here's my point of view with this. I have a little story. So, I don't know if you ever had one in Colorado growing up. It was an entertainment store, like DVDs and music store called FYE for Your Entertainment. I don't know if anyone knows what those are. I had one growing up, and I would go there to the mall every single like Saturday or Sunday after Hot Topic and stuff, and I would just look at their music collections and DVD collections. It was the coolest store. I miss it a much. A lot of Funko Pops too. Miss it desperately. They had this one section next to the musics and CDs of DVDs of all the artists who came out with like live concert shows that came out on DVD and stuff. And like there was like a whole ton genres, tons of music. I always went to the rock section in hopes to see maybe Black Veil Brides made one, and I had no idea about it. And I remember at the time I would tell friends, I'm like, God, Black Veil Brides needs to make one. Why haven't they made one? Like, it would be so cool, like seeing it on the shelves here and stuff. Like, look at all these bands, look at all these other artists who have it. Why hasn't Black Veil Brides made one? I think it's long overdue. Like, they're on there. Wretched and Divine just passed. They now just came out with four. Where is it?
You didn't end up seeing it.
No, this was way before this one was even announced and stuff. But like, I owe every time I went into that store, into that section, I always looked just because who knows. But like, I always like, I'm like, they need to make one. 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 And answer's been prayer.
Say they finally did. I was so thrilled when I heard about it, just because I'm in agreement with you. I think it was long overdue for Black Veil Brides because I've seen so many other bands that were doing it, and I thought, oh, that'd be really cool for Black Veil Brides to do that. And of course, we're sitting here not getting off the high horse of the whole Legion of the Black film and the whole Wretched and Divine album. So we were asking for a lot.
Hey, can you blame us?
No.
I guess one good starting point is first impressions when we got this. I remember when I got it in the mail, I'm like, oh, why don't you tell the army about your luck with this again?
BVB Army. I don't know what happens whenever I order Black Veil Bride merch. I mean, it's been, as of late, it's been good. But for some reason, it was specifically in this one place that I used to live in. I used to live in this condo, and I don't know why. It was like cursed because anytime I ordered Black Veil Brides merch, there was always a reason why it would not arrive. I mean, my Halloween sweater that I had to drive down to the FedEx warehouse to pick it up because they refused to deliver it for some forsaken reason. The Outpress magazines, I had to drive all the way to Park Meadows Mall to buy a whole new set because it just never arrived, never got a refund. And then for the Alive and Burning DVD, ordered it and ship. You know how you get like shipping details?
Yeah.
I never got any of that.
No,
I
like
never
tracking
got.
number or anything?
Yeah, no, no, no. Did I? It was
No.
either I didn't get the track. I'm pretty sure I got the tracking number, but when I clicked on it, it never updated. So it would never sit there and say like where it's at, like what facility or anything. So while everyone else was excited and getting theirs, I'm still waiting for mine, but I finally got it. I was so excited. I even took a photo with the DVD. I was like, it's real.
I swear your luck would be PP merch. I don't know why it happens to you.
I blame the condo. It was cursed.
It was summer, I remember distinctly when the package arrived. It was just in the box, and it's I wasn't really keeping track because I knew it was on its way, but like when I saw the box, I was just like, what is this? And then I saw Black Veil Brides. I'm like, oh. And so I opened it. And at the time, I was with my ex, and he was just like, why are you so excited? And I'm like, you don't understand. And so I actually may have forced him to watch it with me. Like, like, it was in like late afternoon. I just got home from my day camp and stuff from working out in the summer. And I was hot. I was dirty. I was just tired, exhausted, and stuff. But then this brought me some energy. And I grabbed my ex. We went into my room. We at my old laptop had a DVD player and put it and watched it.
I like that I didn't have to force my mom. My mom likes Black Veil Brides, but I did. She was at the house and I made her watch it too. I was like, we're watching this.
Let me ask you this. When was the last time you actually watched this? Because obviously we both watched this to refresh our minds.
Yes, so of course we own it. I mean, obviously it is one of those things it's once in a blue moon watch. I mean, at first when I first got it, I watched it a lot.
Mhm.
But I think the last time I watched it was probably back in I want to say 2016.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
When's the last time you watched it?
It would be probably my senior year of college, the 20s, yeah, 2017, yeah.
Wait, what, 2015?
17.
Okay. I thought I heard that, but then I thought I heard a five. I don't know what's going
No,
on.
it was probably before graduation, educator. So I in Washington we have to take this ridiculous 60-page type test to be certified as an educator. It's very stressful. And so after I submitted the button, it was like a great weight off my chest because no more late nights stressing about it, trying to get all the information in there and all the facts that I needed to get my certification in education. So I went home because I was at my advisor's house. Oh my God, I owe her my soul. But I was just you know how you just get mentally like you're just done, like you're just a zombie, right?
Hmm.
I went back home. It was like around 9 o'clock or maybe 10. I can't remember. And yeah, I was tired, but then I just saw this in the corner of my room. I'm like, celebrate. I might be by myself with my old dog Sydney and stuff, who was in my on my bed. I'm like, you know what? Let's treat myself. I worked hard on this freaking education at TPA shit. Let me play it.
Please tell me you turned off all the lights so that way it was pitch dark like
I
you're
had
at a concert.
I had a nightlight on, but other than that, yep, I was there. I actually think I immediately passed out when it was done.
I mean, I don't blame you. You had a very long, stressful day.
But yeah, it's been a minute and just rewatching it. No,
I know. I loved watching it again, honestly, because it really just it's like you're at the show
mm-hmm.
without actually having to be there. So that's what I really enjoy about
All
it.
right, let's just start off with the beautiful cover of this beautiful DVD cover right here. I found some stuff about this cover. Got a good source to send me an article, I think Loudwire, that Andy was talking about this DVD and stuff. So, cover, as we can see here, and we'll insert the photo. We see all the guys. We see the Legion of the Black, Demon, whatever, from their 4 album, Fire, and then Burning Alive, and it looks like the venue sign that they were performing at in LA.
I think it was the Wiltern?
Yeah, Wiltern Theater sold
Wiltern
out.
Theater, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. I bet.
Here's what it is. So it says here. So again, credit goes to Richard Villa. He's the artist behind this. I mean, it's a no-brainer for BVB friends who know Richard Villa's work. So Richard Villa was behind the cover artist. This is what Andy said in the article, quoting, "We're the type of band who has always had very theatrical, over-the-top artwork on our records. I wanted the DVD to represent the same thing. As you can see from the cover, colors are kind of the same as the Set the World on Fire album that we did. Imagery from We Stitch Teaspoon, the Legion of the Mask right there too. So
Okay. I'm so glad that you read that because I was literally going to say this literally reminds me of the Set the World on Fire album. Obviously, yeah, I know it's because there's fire, but it's also just their portraits in itself of
yes,
how it's done. It looks so similar to how it's done on Set the World on Fire. And I just gotta say, I love out of all of them, like Jinx's facial expression the most is fantastic.
they're all amazing. Like I love it. Mine is Bruno, but you know. And if when you open it, this is what it looks like when you open. It's a
Isn't it
beautiful.
so pretty?
It's pretty.
Oh,
The little jacket inside the DVD. So I think where Andy said the We Stitch These Spoons, like if you look in a little booklet, it has all of the beautiful photos of Andy and all the
mhm.
band members, just all great shots of thing. And I think that's what Andy said in the article, that he wanted to give the fans like a little treat because the photographer who was, I think, touring with, I could be wrong, was touring with them during this Black Mass tour, Scott Yu, because I don't know how to pronounce his last name, was the artist behind these photos that you see in it and also during the tour. So that is his work that you see in the DVD booklet right there. All of those photos was done by Scott.
I think they're absolutely lovely. And I think I'm really glad they had a page for each member with all those photos because some of those I feel like you can't even find online anymore.
This one of Cece, like it's been a minute since I've seen that one.
I don't even think I've seen, wait, which one? The little one with
No,
him doing the
the
rock
big one
on?
right here where he's
Oh,
running.
the big one. Okay, I thought you were talking about the little one. I was gonna say the little one I have not seen.
There's a lot of photos here that is just like amazing. Like obviously Andy's first, so and with this beautiful, just just beautiful. It's really cool just to see this and how far they've come. And the director that who did edited and directed this, Casey Tebow, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't know much about him, but I know he worked on other small projects. So, but he did a really phenomenal job editing and directing this whole DVD concert show.
I was gonna say real quick with the photos too, if you notice, once again, Black Veil Brides and their color themes. You can definitely tell that they used a lot of oranges, purples, blues.
Yes. Did you find when this DVD was like officially released to us?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. So I have two dates here. The first date being that, as Ruth said, this was filmed during the Black Mass tour. That was back in 2014. They had filmed this November 1st, but the DVD did not get released until July 10th of 2015.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, November 1st. And I think they also said like I'm wearing the exact same shirt Andy's wearing in the DVD. Sorry, Nicole.
So jealous.
This was so yes, this concert in LA was on November 1st, but it was they decided to include that on their Hollow Weekend BVB type deal. So that's why Andy's wearing the shirt on stage presence, which is kind of cool because I'm like, okay, that makes sense. If they're filming, let's include it into the Hollow Weekend.
You have to. And it's so
So
crazy too, because even watching, like getting the DVD in 2015 and watching it, like I noticed the shirt, but I never thought that it was something that we could buy.
it's a really cool shirt. I mean, it has BVB Hollow Weekend in this creepy school that they're known for.
It gives such Misfits vibes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely, we can talk about all the songs that
Let's
are
go
on here.
through. Okay, first things first. Black Mass Tour was BVB4 album like debut. Like they played
Yep.
so many songs from BVB4 on the Black Mass Tour, especially obviously on this show performance. So here's the list of songs they performed during this: Heart of Fire, I Am Bulletproof, Coffin. Which a fun fact, that was their first time playing Coffin in LA. And
Yes.
Andy said that during the show one day. Faithless, Wretched and Divine, Knives and Pens, Overture, Shadows Dies, Last Riots, Lucky Fans.
Wait a minute. No, did they not play Last Rites at the Black
I,
Mass Tour for you?
dude, I can't remember. I want to say yes, but I can't remember. I can't remember.
That's fair. I can't. Okay, that's fair because I can't remember all the songs either. But Last Rites, I do remember.
Last Riots, Rebel Love Song, the drum solo. CC bring that drum solo back again. Black Mass Tour was the only concert I've been to that has a dream CC drum solo. The Legacy, Sweet Blasphemy, your go-to. Perfect Weapon, Fallen Angels, and then encore songs was Rebels Yell. I've only heard that song once live at Warped Tour.
Same.
And then, of course, the traditional classic, In the End.
So I do have some notes here about the songs though, because I don't know if when you were watching it, if you noticed how in it wasn't every song, but in certain songs how Andy changed the way it's sung, and I was like,
Okay, yes, I took a couple of those. So I got Coffin. Coffin was the first one. They sang
yes.
live in LA. Wretched and Divine. Andy specifically says, I'm broken.
No, it's just like all these little things. And a part of me was like, okay, wait a minute. Are they changing it up just for like the purpose of the DVD? I was like, or is this because they're going to truly make changes, you know? But sometimes it's hard because singers will just change lyrics live.
That's what I wanted to ask you. So for all the Black Veil Bride shows and concerts you've been to, obviously Andy, occasionally switches the lyrics words a couple times. And then yeah, occasionally, especially in the early eras, curse a lot during the songs too. But I almost want to feel like maybe he decided to kind of maybe go all out for this show because it is a DVD that a lot of fans could not attend to. So he just wanted to make all the fans from the world included, like, yeah, I'm sorry you couldn't be here, but I'm going to make this epic for you. So I just wonder, he's like, let me just curse.
You know, and I think I agree with you because although I will say Andy goes out for every show in a different way, I think specifically for Alive and Burning, I mean, because it was going to be a live DVD, he literally put his heart and soul into it and gave it his all. That's why I think with the change of songs, and it's not just beyond lyrics that he changed. I don't know if, I mean, I have to start with my favorite, Sweet Blasphemy, because the way that he sung it in Alive and Burning is how he sung it in Restitch These Wounds. And that is, I literally recorded that Sweet Blasphemy on my phone because I wanted it as my ringtone because I loved the way that he carried the vocals in the chorus. And I was like, man, he's got to sing it like that. And then it was pretty freaking cool to hear Restitch. They dropped Sweet Blasphemy and I was like, He sung it the way that I have been praying for so long. But another one that I completely forgot about, Shadows Die. Did you hear in Shadows Die when it gets to the chorus? Normally he sings a higher pitch note, but for the Our Little Victories and Desires Won't Live On, he sung it so low. And I was like, babe, yes. I was like, sing it like that forever.
I think he outdid himself. I mean, to all those fans who went to that show,
Mm.
green jello over here, envious, but I'm so happy for those fans who got an opportunity to be in that show and be a part of this DVD and stuff. I know we're kind of going down a song, but Andy did a phenomenal job performance. But what really got to me, and I was watching it and I immediately thought of you because of Sweet Blasphemy. The speech he gave before singing Sweet Blasphemy in the DVD show, basically talking about how obviously he thanked the fans for all their support, for giving them the opportunities they had been given and stuff, and without them, the fans of BVB Army, they wouldn't be where they are now. And that how he mentioned, I can't remember word by word, but he mentioned like how, there's some certain places in the rock industry that's how you being an outcast, being a freak, being a loser is weird, you shouldn't be a part of that and stuff, that's just like a no-go and stuff, where he's like, no, that's where you should go. If you're an outcast, if you're a misfits, if you're weird, if you're a freak, embrace it and stuff. Like, and I just love that so much what he said. And he also mentioned like how they meet so many fans when they go on concerts and show, and how I do apologize if this could be a little triggering for some fans out there listening or watching, but he did mention like there have been some fans who have brought their razor blades to them for signing and thanked them for their music because it made them stop and everything. And like he does appreciate where they're coming from, but what I love what he said is like, instead of bringing me that or bringing us that, bring us your smiles because that will show us enough. And then he just went into that Sweet Blasphemy song, and like rewatching that, I'm like, can I just clip that, please, and like have it somewhere where I can, if I'm having like a bad day, to re-listen to that words of encouragement.
I'm not sure if you've noticed. I mean, I don't know maybe if it's every time. I think at least for me, every time that he has played Sweet Blasphemy live, he always does something like that before leading into Sweet Blasphemy. It's never the same. It's never word for word. He always changes it up, but he always says something so meaningful and so sweet that leads into that song of why he wrote it. And I agree with you. I love that so much. I think it's something that's so beautiful that they do every time.
Rebels Yell, I know I mentioned this, but you've heard Rebels Yells live, right?
Yes, I heard it live once, not at Warp Tour, because for me at Warp Tour they played Kickstart My Heart, but I heard it when they did Church of the Wild Ones tour.
Yes, I remember. Rebel Yells, BVB, please bring that back. I know it's been a minute, but I love your rendition of it.
But you remember what I said at church at the Church of the Wild Ones tour? He's like, when I'm tired and lonely, shit, keep getting it on the Alive and Burning DVD too. I was like, yes, when I freaking watched it, I was like, I've been telling Ruth about this, and now she knows.
Now I know. No, I like as soon as he's saying that, I'm like, wait. I had to like rewind a little bit to make sure I heard him. Like, oh, okay, now I get it.
What was really cool about hearing Rebel Yell though live on it is, I mean, we all know how it sounds how
Mhm,
it sounds recorded on the EP.
mhm.
So much different live because he sings it in such a different way. Like there's screams that are on the recorded version that he didn't do live, but that's what I thought switching it up too, and I really liked how he sung bleh. I'm gonna do Bruce thing. Words. I cannot speak today. I love how he sung Rebel Yell live.
I think they all did a phenomenal job performing these songs live, especially for DVD. And like the editing, Hazy, like you did an amazing job editing the sounds and stuff and getting the crowd's voices and everything else. Like it was truly amazing. I love that they always alternate between the color and black and white filter too.
Thank you. I thought that was so beautiful.
Like it
And
was
just the
so
shots of like from fans to them. The angles, there were so many different angles that they got.
I appreciate the CC angles because CC's way back there, so it's a little tricky. So they've had, I think, like a GoPro or something with him for we can see him whiplash and do his thing back there.
Yes, it was almost like getting behind the scenes vibes in a way.
Basically, like
Like,
yeah, because like in the beginning of the DVD, like it's the title, and then we see them coming out of the dressing room, coming on stage.
I know. It's like I don't know why, but whenever I watch stuff like that for Black Veil Brides, my heart just always because I
Yes,
don't, it's just it's intense to watch and you're like, oh, so this is what happens before they come on stage. And it's
we
almost like nerve-wracking.
we rarely see that in concert. We don't even see that in concert, but like we
Yeah.
know they're in a dressing room getting ready and hyped. And they're like, there are times where I wish like in concert they have like a small like on the monitor screens like them walking out and coming, but then it fades and then they cuts out and like, oh frick, now they're coming out or something. Like I want to see that.
I know. And I was actually shocked that they opened up with Heart of Fire instead of Faithless.
This heart of fire. It's
It was just it switched. It was
It
Heart of
did
Fire and
switch.
then now
It
it's
did switch.
Faithless.
It is. And for anyone who has seen this one, it took me a minute until a good source told me about it, so I had to rewatch it, and I'll insert the clip here. So, first things first, we know that Andy in his childhood was a hockey player, a goalie, and stuff, so he has pretty good reflexes, right?
Yes.
So, I can't remember the time stamp on the exact top of my head, but it was during the beginning of Heart and Fire. Andy came out. Obviously, the crowd is going crazy. He's smiling. He's getting them amped up and everything. I think it's like the second or first verse of the song. A fan threw a stuffed animal at him and he just like caught it like nothing and then he just smiled and continued singing and I'm like, how did I not catch that? And like when the source told me about it, I had to like go back and like really focus on Andy and like, oh my god, he did catch it with nothing, like no reflexes. Boom, just got it, thanked the fan and continue singing. I'm like, okay.
I'm gonna have to go back
Yeah, go
and
back, go back. Yeah, go. It's in the beginning of the song. He's like singing, he's like
what?
coming on like stage left or right. I can't remember. And like a fan threw a stuffy and it looked like a koala because of his favorite animal. I'm not 100% sure. But like he just caught it like nothing. Like it was no big deal, no reflex, like, huh, or anything. He's just like, bam, yeah, thank you. And continue singing.
Cat-like reflexes. Damn, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this. The only thing that I saw get thrown on stage, which once again, I don't know the timestamp either, but I saw it getting thrown at Bruno and he just dodged it. That's the only thing that I saw getting thrown.
For those of us who don't know, yes, Bruno was a part of this DVD collection. Share. Rewatching it, I may have told someone that I do not want. Every time I saw this clown's face, grr.
Yeah, this unfortunately does not have Lonnie in it, which leads us to our reasoning of why we need an updated version of a Black Veil Brides live concert DVD.
BVB, you have Bleeders Tour coming up. We know that Lee is working on these jackets, possibly have may ship them already to you guys. Just think about it. The Bleeders Tour DVD show with your jackets, with the Redeemer, Lonnie Eagleton. You guys sound 10 times better without
Mm.
Bruno and stuff. And I'm just like, come on, come on. And just particularly to do Denver, Colorado, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Ogden Theater's a pretty good filming situation spot, I feel. I know it's not California, but hey. The Bleeders Tour would be perfect for a live DVD.
It's been a minute. I know for this one, this has been an idea that they've been playing around with and trying to work for, and it happened to be like the Black Mass Tour and BB4 turned out to be working all together, so that's when I do it. But here's another thing. So obviously we know the title, Alive and Burning. Kind of sequel to Alive and Burning. They did it too. This was during the pandemic though, on the online concert. Do you remember that? Did you see? Well, you watched that one, right?
I didn't watch them live. I ended up watching them after they were already
Well,
uploaded.
yeah, but it was yeah, it was Phantom Tomorrow type deal when they were it was during the pandemic. They wanted to give us something, so they just made a BBB Alive and Burning tool with Lonnie.
With Lonnie, yes. That's the closest that we've gotten.
The Black Veil Brides. We need another DVD because this guy needs a friend.
Oh, and I highly recommend people to get this. You can find this on Amazon. I don't know if you can find it in store anywhere else. I think it might just be on Amazon only. But if you have not yet been to a Black Veil Bride concert and you want to know what it's like, get Alive and Burning, watch it. This will give you that experience if you have never been to one, or if you're just feeling down in the blues because you need a Black Veil Bride concert and it's not happening yet, watch Alive and Burning.
Yep, this definitely helped me with my deficiency of BVB as of right now. So thank you.
I feel you on that. I was like, this is, oh, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about in the Live and Burning. I mean, okay, Black Veil Brides have always had amazing backup vocals, in my opinion. They still do to this day, but you can really hear the backup vocals in the Alive and Burning. And I thought, how magical is that?
It's amazing. Like they did phenomenal with it. I love the fact that Andy was wearing this shirt. Jake was also wearing a BVB shirt and stuff. That was awesome to
I
see.
I have the one that Jake was wearing. Maybe I should
Did
wear that one.
I don't have that one. Look at you. Hey. You know, this is a side note, but I forgot that at this time period, Jinx had long hair. So I was like, oh,
Yes.
back then.
I forgot how long his hair truly was.
Right? It was like so long. Like, I mean, like they had all of them went through a long hair phase, but like Jinx to have that straight long hair going down, like I forgot how long it was. And I mean, it suits him, but like it looks different now for his short hair that he has going on right now. So,
Yeah, they're all rocking like a shorter style. I mean, even Cece in a way. Cece like trimmed it. He's got like a bob going,
you
you
know,
know.
Bob, yeah. For those of us who don't know, for the last song in the end, they had a guest come on to sing with them, William Control.
Yes, and I'm trying to remember because I'm thinking of the Black Mass tour.
I don't know if
William Control, I don't think was up on that tour.
well, Black Bass Tour opening shows that I remember was Drama Club, Set It Off, Fall in Reverse, and then BVB. So I wonder if because they were just performing in LA, like, hey, William, and maybe William Control was in town or he lives there. I don't know at the time that they just asked him, hey, do you want to come and be a guest, be a surprise? I don't know.
Yeah, well, a surprise it was because I completely forgot about that, and then watching it and just hearing him go William Control, I was like, wait, what? Because here I am thinking, I'm like, wait, is he gonna do like a fear transmission verse? But no, he was singing in the
He was
end.
singing in the end, which I found cool. I remember watching the DVD and when he came out, I was like, what? What did you to say? And then my ex was like, who's that? Like, it's okay, don't worry about it. I'll tell you later.
You're like, we'll talk about it later. I really love when, so as I've told, I'm sure as I've said this before, and everyone should know, I know William Control from his old band Aiden. I knew Aiden before I knew Black Veil Brides, and I really like seeing other artists that I like beyond Black Veil Brides that work together, and they like Black Veil Bride songs too. I'm like, yay! It makes my heart happy.
The theater was amazing. The production, the sound, the editing, the lights. They had flames during the show too, towards the end. Confetti balloons.
Balloons, fog, like smoke machine,
Yes,
pretty
they went
much.
all out, and I'm just like, BBB, I want to experience a confetti show. I want to experience a balloon because I never had that to all any Black Veil Bride shows I've been to, besides just sweaty mosh pits.
Yeah, yeah, I like how Andy was playing with the balloons too as they were falling, just kicking them, smacking them.
I love that the director also like we talked about the transitions between the guys performing and also going to the fans. There was one scene where I think it was towards the end. I can't remember what song right now. Andy did the hearts, and
Yeah,
so there was a one frame like fans doing it. It was like a really cool shot of that.
the angles that they got of it, so many great angles, so many cool shots. Like it's just so perfect. It really screams what it's like to be at a Black Veil Bride show.
There is a special feature in this DVD bonus material. It's called Meet the Fans.
Yes, the bonus material, if anyone is interested in that, you can only see it if you have the DVD. If you watch it on any streaming platform, you don't get to watch the bonus feature. But that's just like a meet and greet with the fans. So for anyone who has not yet met Black Veil Brides, that is another thing you could watch to see what it is like meeting them. They were at a signing in Vegas for Hot Topic. They had like well over 300 fans that they met, and you kind of get to see what it's like during those meet and greets, like shaking their hand, talking to them. The only thing that they didn't do show was photos. I don't know if the photos were at all taken for this signing or if it was just a signing. But I highly recommend watching the bonus material. It's really worth it because you do get to see smiles on not only the guys, but you get to see how excited fans are, and it's
I
adorable.
almost forgot. One thing that a great source from the Army told me about this beautiful DVD is that this, let me look at it. Looking at the source and photo, I believe this came out in 2015, that when it was announced, when they were filming it, the DVD, because I know it came out later for us, but it said it was it was a number one selling concert film. That was number two was Rolling Stones, and number three was The Who.
Yes, Slay Black Veil Brides. Okay, can we just talk about how Black Veil Brides is always hitting the top number one on charts? They usually always are.
Again, I think it's part of the BVB Army spreading the word of it and stuff, and just
It really is.
fans getting excited and introducing like other fans or even newer fans, like, oh my god, did you see this, like you have to watch it and stuff. I just want to say the fan base of Black Veil Brides has always been astounding from day one. There are certain moments like Wretched and Divine, this Alive and Burning, that fans truly showed how strong the Army is and everything else, kind of relating to what Andy's little speech was before they sang Straight Blasphemy, that we do welcome and support one another. And again, if it wasn't for the BVB Army, who knows what the Black Veil Brides would not have achieved without our support, the rewards they got, the amazing opportunities they got given. Like, who knows? If it wasn't for the BVB Army, honestly, I don't think this would have existed.
And I agree with you. It just doesn't surprise me that it hit number one. As I said, Black Veil Brides normally always does.
They do. And they need to continue. I believe you get, for anyone who's just realizing they came out with this, I believe you can still order a physical copy through some sites. Unfortunately, be it on Black Veil Bride site, they don't have this available. If you have Amazon, you can always rent it or purchase it. Again, you just won't be able to see the bonus materials with the Meet the Fans section, but you can see the quality and the sounds of the show itself. I feel like these DVDs, there's very few copies out there, so
Yeah, and it's standardly pretty cheap on Amazon too. I want to say maybe around $12-14.
and it's like $5 for renting it, I think. I can't remember. So
Yeah, so really it's all your guys' discretion. If you'd rather watch it, like rent it first just to see before buying, by all means.
it's a really good purchase. I love it. I would recommend it 100%.
What to say? It's always better to have it because if you rent it and then you want to watch it again, that means you have to rent it again. All you
Or
have to do
if
is
the
buy it
internet
once.
goes down.
Oh, yeah, see, internet goes down, you can at least pop it in a DVD player or whatever system, console, whatever you have.
Exactly. Let's face it, we all been in that situation where the internet goes down, you can't get access to the stream platform, so you have to go old school. Oh my God, we're so old, Nicole. Old school and go to DVD and DVD players. We're not that old for VHSs though.
Oh man, I miss VHSs.
Dude,
Oh, can you imagine Black Veil Brides? A live DVD, yes. How about a live VHS tape?
imagine,
Mm.
imagine one day, you know what, Black Mirror's, you know what? Let's see how our age range of fans are. Let's put a VHS and see what happens, like they did with the Phantom Tomorrow Walkman cassettes.
Yes. Okay, that would be so cool. I have this feeling this will be the most expensive VHS tape that I will ever buy.
Just imagine a VHS, it's all signature. They put it out there, and these other younger fans, unfortunately, like, what is a VHS? And us older fans are like,
I can see the struggle.
It's a very, very old way of watching stuff. It's a tape. You see that? It's a tape. Slide it in and hit play. And when it's done, you have to rewind it because it's not like a DVD because it won't go back from.
The one good thing is not having to rewind a DVD. All right, BVB Army. Today's fan shout out goes to Shane Tyler. You can find him on Instagram with his handle is Sassy Shakespeare. We did have him on when we were recapping the DDVV BVB. Cannot say that 10 times fast. Hello. Today's fan shout out goes to you, Shane, just because you have been such an incredible supporter of the BVB Army, especially to Ruth and I, and
Yes.
especially when it comes to this channel. And we can't thank you enough for that. And once again, you are a fan of Black Veil Brides. I'm sure everyone else might think differently because we know how much you love Dark Divine, Emotionless, and White. But you did state that you are a Black Veil Brides fan. You do love going to their shows and hearing them play live. So once again, shout outs going to you just because you're amazing. And thank you for being such a good friend to Ruth and I. And thank you for supporting Black Veil Brides and the BVB Army.
Yes, your support means a lot to us. We cannot thank you enough for supporting Blackfoot Brides and also our little podcast/show here. And hopefully, sometime down the road, we can get you back on to share your Blackfoot Bride story because I would really love to hear it.
Yes, so would I actually. That is something that I have not yet heard.
Fan shout out goes to you. Oh, his links will be in the description below. All right, BVB Army, that concludes this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed. And again, you can definitely find this physical copies on some sites online, or you can always go to Amazon. I don't know if it's other streaming platforms, but it's definitely on Amazon. I do not for sure. Again, thank you, Blackfoot Brides, for this wonderful treat. And once again, Blackfoot Brides, we need a second one with Lonnie, please.
We're begging you.
Begging, please. But thank you so much. All of our links are down in the description. Our TikTok account, our Instagram account, everything that will be there. We're on streaming platforms. You can also follow us on our personal or individual social media links. It's all down below. We'll be having another episode here next week entering March. Oh boy.
It will go by quick, I promise.
I'm hoping it will go quick, and I'm really hoping here soon there will be some sneak peeks or some goodies from Blackfoot Brides of like new songs, a video, Lee's jackets. I'm on to you, Lee. I'm on to you. I'm gonna get it out of you, sir, one way or another.
We're just like specifically the jackets, mostly the jackets.
Lee, if you're watching this, hi, how's it going? I'm not gonna let this go. Lee, you knew this was going to happen as soon as you made the announcement. Your collaboration with Blackfoot Brides. I was gonna bug the out of you until you release something. So hopefully you've been enjoying it.
You dug yourself a hole, Lee.
Anyways, we will see you guys next week with a brand new episode. Until then,
Bye.
bye.